Mayor Craig Greenberg announced Louisville's first confirmed case of measles. So far in 2025, there's been a record number of completed Metro Parks projects, and a historic property in West Louisville is ready for use again. All that and more on Louisville This Week. I'm John Ramsey, Director of City Partnerships. At his weekly press update, Mayor Greenberg confirmed a Jefferson County case of measles in an adolescent who recently traveled internationally to an area with ongoing measles transmission.
We have our first confirmed case of measles in Louisville, Jefferson County. It is a pediatric case. This individual recently traveled international, had some international travel with his family to a country that is known to have an outbreak of measles. And public health is in the process of doing contact tracing to advise people who may have been in contact with this individual.
I cannot encourage people enough to check your immunization status. One dose provides about 93% protection from measles. 2 doses of MMR provides 97%. So it's just really important, particularly as we get ready for back to school and we're going to have children in closed spaces. So please do what you can. Check your status if you're unsure or if you're unvaccinated, particularly children, catch up on those vaccinations.
July is National Parks and Recreation Month, and to celebrate, Mayor Greenberg's highlighted the city's record-breaking progress on parks and more openings and ribbon cuttings during the first 6 months of this year than any other time in the city's history.
New tennis courts that we're opening today are just another great example of the momentum that we're seeing all across our city, including right here in Southwest Louisville. And thanks to the new city budget that was just passed a couple of weeks ago, we're going to keep seeing this progress and even faster right here in Southwest Louisville and all across our city.
These courts are a fantastic addition to Southwest Louisville. This year has been a remarkable year and one for the record books, and it's unprecedented that we can go through $15 million worth of projects. Oh, I'm sorry, $16 million because we cut a ribbon on Sunday. So, Mayor, sorry, we have to up that by $1 million.
Mayor Greenberg recognized Metro Safe 911 call taker Anthony Gore for his great work helping a caller deliver his son.
2 months into the job for Anthony, he received a call from a father whose wife was delivering a baby. And Anthony relied on the great training that he had received and calmly helped guide the father through the process, helping to bring a new baby boy into our city, into this world. So Anthony, on behalf, and I noticed that you have 4 great children of your own that were here with you earlier today, on behalf of the entire city, thank you so much for what you do. You are such an important part of our team of public safety professionals that keeps Louisville safe, that keeps Louisville healthy, and this is just one great shining example. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your work.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The Office of Housing and Community Development team has been hard at work the last 5 years renovating and fixing up the Beauregard College of Art and Music in West Louisville. This school in the Russell neighborhood was the first of its kind for African American students that opened in the early 20th century. The renovations are now complete and the building is ready for a new tenant.
This block is a special block. There was doctors, attorneys, architects. Ms. Beauregard knew that she wanted to be right in the heart of that. She purchased it for the use of music space for Black students.
It could be a holiday, it didn't matter. She was coming to the lessons and she turned out to be quite a talent, really. This place was thought to be just a place where community kids frequented. This is where they came for lessons, although that was a part of the objective in the beginning was make sure that African American kids had an opportunity to compete with other kids who took private lessons, who had that was unheard of.
A lot of organizations. And then suddenly it stopped.
Well, a lot of the instructors just retired, and they couldn't get anybody to come in and help.
After the college closed in 2017, the building sat vacant with an uncertain future, but the urgency to save it was clear.
At that time, we knew that this structure was very significant for this community. And it was also very dilapidated, had been broken into several times. Musical instruments in here, including pianos, and several things had been destroyed or removed from the location.
I mean, there's so much history in this. Oh, it's a Steinway.
Serious? It's a Steinway.
Yeah.
The south-facing wall had to be restabilized. We totally redid the roof system all the way from joists to rafters, soffit system, all new mechanicals, all new electric, and all new plumbing systems. So of course, new framing, flooring, and so on. Metro's money paired with National Park Service, renovations came in at $1.1 million. We have finally reached the finish line and it feels great. The new operator is going to be West Louisville Performing Arts Academy, and they're going to bring back the music scene and the art scene for the community here in the Russell area.
This building has been beautifully restored and brought back to its former glory, and we can't wait to see it be utilized again for the same thing that it was utilized before. That's what she wanted this building to remain as a music school for people of color. It shows the community how important it is for Metro to restore something like this. Putting that sense of stewardship, that sense of pride back into neighborhoods, you know, it's already there. It's already in people. It's just waiting to just break out, and that's kind of what we start seeing. And I hope to see that along this block, even though this is already a gorgeous block, but I just hope to see that more.
Louisville Metro Detention Center graduated recruits during the Corrections Training Academy Class 144 graduation.
Recruits, please raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and the General Assembly of Kentucky relating to cities of the first class, and all classes and ordinances of Louisville Metro, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and that I am not subject to any disabilities which would render me ineligible to hold the office to which I have been appointed. So help me God. I do.
Louisville Zoo docents are dedicated to assisting with zoo programs, classes, events, and interpreting throughout the zoo. On any given day, you may see one of the docents around the zoo ready and excited to share their knowledge with guests. Docents are easily recognized by their bright yellow shirts and name badges, so go say hello and learn something new.
A woman with her kids came by and said, "Oh, the docents are here. I love the docents." And that makes you feel good.
We are celebrating our 50th anniversary of the docent program, and we couldn't be more excited.
I'm a docent, volunteer educator, and in that role I do quite a few different things. I was looking for some place to go after retirement, and I decided that the zoo had animals, it had people, both things I like. So I signed up for a class and really enjoyed it.
Those are my total hours, and these are my education hours. It's really a great experience. Good morning.
50 years now. They've been an organization, and so we're super proud of them. Every single one of them are just amazing. It's hard to beat free work, and especially at the level that they provide to us.
We have a couple of females, but I don't know that they're actually out today. I'm 77, and I love doing this. This has been one of the highlights of my life. I'm just going to tell you the truth.
It's a lot of face-to-face with our docents and our public and our visitors, and we love that because they're really shining stars for us.
We've got the best, most spectacular contingent of volunteer workers you would ever hope to meet anywhere, you know, bar none.
So if you guys ever touched orangutan hair, I do a lot of interpretations, and I do kind of help in a committee that takes care of the biofacts. I belong to a drumming group that Fred started. That's Wild Beats. And I also do work up at the Conservation Center with the ferrets. The black-footed ferret, that is an animal whom we are reintroducing into the wild.
They have to go through at least a 6-week program for educational purposes, so they learn a lot of information, material, how to talk to people, some things about the animals, history of zoos, history of conservation. So they do quite a bit of intensive learning for about 6 weeks, and then they work on some interpretation skills with mentors.
She's maybe waiting until somebody...
He moves out of the way.
Yes. Uh-huh.
They do it with compassion. They do it with everything. They do it with fun and enthusiasm. And then they sprinkle in their own individual magic because they all have their own individual, you know, personalities and ways of doing things.
Whenever you're going to actually interpret about an animal, you're going to sort of read up about him before you come out. Even though you know some things about him, you don't know everything. You can't. I mean, I can't. But we also run like a little short class, little mini class as we're doing it, talking about...
We take biofacts out, show them to the public as they come by. So that's a lot of fun, and And getting them to understand those things gives the people more appreciation of the animals. And if they have more appreciation of animals, to be more in line with what we believe is very helpful for the planet.
And they can give you amazing information. They can tell you stories. They can tell you about the animals and the keepers' work.
The different lengths of the beaks and what birds eat and how the beaks affect what they eat or what they do with them. Like some birds will preen with them. And I mean, it's just really an interesting little thing. And the kids enjoy it because they get to get some tweezers and try to pick up seeds like a bird does. So can you pick that seed up? That's not so easy, is it? Well, the bird has to do that or he's going to starve, you know, so.
It's brought out different parts of my personality.
I think just in the last 6 months, I think the number was something like close to 18,000 people they've talked to. That's just in a small way that they're reaching out to people and talking to them.
Come on over here, sweet girl.
Not only are they our volunteers, but they are our partners here at work. They're our family. They're our friends at this point.
Probably in my whole life, this is the most exciting thing that I've done. And I mean, it really is. I've been to Africa.
I like new stuff, and I like to have new experiences, and it makes me feel good and learn a little bit more about life.
I think you'll find a fun family. If you are interested in becoming a docent, you can reach out through the Zoom, go to the website.
Louisville Tourism held their Destination Marketing Forum.
This is Louisville Tourism's annual tourism forum, where we do kind of our own state of the union for our industry. So today we'll be welcoming Cleo Battle, who is our president and CEO of Louisville Tourism, and he's going to just talk through what our marketing strategies are, how we did in this past year, what we anticipate doing for this next year, and then we'll welcome our advertising agency, Doe, and they will go through some of our marketing and advertising channels that we've used. They'll show some visuals of how Louisville appears in other cities and how we're marketing Louisville. And then we'll close with some national industry trends of what's going on in the travel and tourism industry. We are back-to-back record years, so it looks wonderful from the tourism standpoint right now. We've got brand new infrastructure. You've noticed the new hotels. You've noticed the new distilleries. So we're going to tout all of those things.
I'm proud to be here to recognize and celebrate the remarkable achievements of our industry. Following another record year in 2024, making it 3 consecutive years of historic hotel tax revenues for Louisville.
LMPD 6th Division District Resource Officer Dan Marsden shares his story of coming to a new country and joining the police force in this video from LMPD that was nominated for an Ohio Valley Emmy Award.
My dream was to be a basketball player. When I was 15, I played on a German tour team, and we toured all over California and Oregon, played against high schools, and every coach that I met at the time, I got their personal address. So when I came back home for my sophomore year of high school, I wrote each of them a handwritten letter asking for help to come to America because I already had the passport, I just didn't know anybody. One guy writes me back and we stay in touch. He said, I'll find you a place to live. And when push came to shove, he just ditched me. I bought a one-way ticket, flew to Portland, Oregon. This was in 1997, and I was left at the airport. That coach had lined nothing up for me. There was no family, there was nothing. And so I was instantly a homeless teenager my first day in the United States. I never cussed and prayed that much at the same time. I was waiting for a couple of hours, and then some airport staff came to me and was asking questions. I look young now, but when I was 16, I probably looked like I was 12. And so they're asking, where's your family? Where are you supposed to spend the night? And I didn't have an answer to any of it. So they gave me a free calling card. So I called the coach that hooked me up with the family that never came. I tried to call the family, and no one answered. Through a roundabout way, someone came and picked me up hours later, drove me behind a factory in Portland, and she said, there's going to be a black SUV that's going to pull up. When that SUV pulls up, you get out of my car and you get into that car, they'll take you wherever you need to go. Sure enough, a black SUV pulls up. I'm like, oh, great, I'll get shot my first night in the U.S. She says, get in that car and they'll take you wherever you need to go. Where there's an outdoor basketball camp owned by Larry Steele, who actually played at UK and won an NBA championship in the 70s with the Blazers. So they dropped me off there in the middle of the night at Larry's basketball camp. And that's where I spent my first month in the U.S., basically as servant to the kids that had the money to be there. And I was just cleaning toilets, mowing the grass, and in exchange I could stay in the bunk beds and eat in the cafeteria. Larry Steele owned the camp, connected me to a random family in Walport, Oregon, and then they brought me to the high school. And you're not an exchange student, you're homeless, you're German, you have no money, you just washed up here somehow, like what are we gonna do? And so the shop teacher was like, well, my oldest just went off to college, I have an extra room in my house. I ended up going to a basketball camp that summer. I met another coach who was a college coach who said, oh, that's a great story, you can crash on my couch for your senior year. He let me work out with his college team for the 6 a.m. workouts. I would go to high school, and then it would really bring my confidence up. And because of him, I ended up making my new high school team, which was a much larger team. I got a 50% scholarship at William Jessup University. We played there for 4 years, graduated with 2 bachelor degrees, one in counseling, one in theology. Then after that, I went to Germany, played professionally for 1 season. I only took 1 shot in the pros because I blew up my knee. So my nickname became Stats because I'm 100% shooting. I have 100% shooting percentage, 100% field goal, 100% three-point in the pros. When I was 5, 6 years old, I always wanted to be a police officer. I saw Louisville Metro Police Department. There was no age limit. Graduate the academy September 2nd, 2020. Yeah, this is fun, man. That's one way to start the drove spot. Just very, very thankful for all the raises we've gotten and just the stability that it provided to my family. It almost feels like a calling. If it's just a job, take another job. But if it tugs on your heart and you want to do this, I say go for it 100%. This country, this police department, every other police department needs people from other countries and other cultures to come and represent the community and make the community safer. If you've been discriminated against, heck, I've been discriminated against. I was told to go back to my country. They poured chocolate pudding down my neck, threw me against cars. I got fired from jobs because of my accent, all these things. So it's really easy to become bitter, but don't do that because a lot of us that come here from other countries experience that because it's hard to avoid the bad. But there's so many great people in this country. That's what made this country really a wonderful place. And I promise you, if you keep fighting, if you stay strong, people will come around you and see that fight and see that you're not giving up, and they will want to help you. That's one of the things I will say that makes America very different than most places in the world. When they see someone like that, someone will help you, and you will achieve your goals. And I just highly encourage it, and just don't give up and keep a smile on your face. So.
Still got it, baby, still got it! Woo!
The main eatery is going green this plastic-free July. Co-owner David Henning is leading the charge to reduce single-use plastics, introducing eco-friendly packaging, and sustainable practices that make every bite better for the planet. It's a fresh take on the fast casual dining in the heart of Louisville.
This restaurant was founded in the year 2000. We came here from a different state, but we wanted to open our store here on historic West Main because we love the vibe and have always never looked back. So we're in our 24th year. We'll start our 25th year in September. We've been looking at the transition from paper and styrofoam products to compostable and sustainable products for a little over 2 years now. And encouraged by our grandchildren, we decided to make the move this year. So about 2 months ago, we switched our entire inventory to a sustainable, compostable inventory. We decided to do it because we felt in our hearts it was the right thing to do. Our grandchildren assured us it was the right thing to do for their future. And we stood on the sidelines watching the industry evolve, and I want to stress, I think they still are evolving, meaning those who are producing sustainable and compostable materials for a restaurant like ours, which is disposable, but we just are very concerned about where it's disposed of. So for us, it's been a long journey of study, and now we're right in the middle of it. We deeply believe it's the right time, and we continue to learn about the process. By that I mean the different products that truly are sustainable and truly are compostable versus those that purport to be, but maybe they need to work on their background a little bit better. This year when we asked the grandkids, what do you want for Christmas? They asked us if we would just promise them to go completely sustainable, compostable in our business. That would be a great Christmas present. And we were both a little taken aback by that. It sort of choked me up in a way. It was their way, I think, of telling us that it's their world too. And it was probably the neatest Christmas experience we've had in a long time. I can't fib about it. The transition from styrofoam plastic to compostable, sustainable is an investment literally and not just figuratively. I mean, it really does cost more to obtain and then to use. I don't think it would be good to be disingenuous or dishonest about that. The question then becomes for us, and I think for other business owners, is it worth it? Will it be worth it to our guests and to our constituents? And at least in our experience, we can answer yes to all of those questions. We're concerned about cost, as is everyone in our day, and we want to offer our guests value, both in their culinary experience in our little store as well as their environment while they're here with us as guests. But what we're finding is many of our guests, especially our tourist guests, they appreciate the fact that we're trying to be sustainable, we're trying to be compostable in what we do. I believe, and Floyd does as well, that compostability, sustainability is the future, not just for our grandkids, but for all of us. And the more that we move in that direction, I think it's going to become a business asset, albeit an investment, but an asset. In the same way that I think electric automobiles were extraordinarily expensive for most of us when they first were produced, but now we see their price level going steadily down and becoming more available. So in the same way, I think price levels are going to come down on sustainable products and make it hopefully more available to all businesses, and not just business folk, but people to use in their daily lives at home as well.
The new JCPS superintendent, Dr. Brian Yearwood, made his first school visit as superintendent by checking out a JCPS Summer Success League camp at Auburndale Elementary School.
Thank you all for being here. My name is Brian Yearwood, Superintendent of Schools. It's exciting to come to see students in action, especially during the summer months when they could be home at their games and, doing other things. All right, give me five. I've learned about how this program impacts close to 7,000 students. Just imagine that 7,000 students are interacting, learning math, and for me, that's what I live for. That's why I'm here. That's why I am in the educational environment, because of the teaching and learning, because of the impact on our students. Malia, nice to meet you, Malia. Okay, what's your question? There's a thing called summer loss, and here that's not going to occur. As a matter of fact, I see summer gain occurring because we know about the dip that occurred during the COVID time and the learning loss that occurred. Guess what? The Success League is here and filling that gap every day. And what I saw today confirms that students can learn and have fun. And I'll be out at schools. High-fiving, ready to go with teachers. It's an exciting time, and for me, it's not about butterflies. It's about, okay, Dr. Yearwood, calm down, they're here. That's what I look forward to. First thing. What I found was a true passion for learning.
And what number does this make? Number 12.
They're individuals in our schools. The passion behind what they're doing knows no boundaries. And that to me means that we are poised for greatness.
I think you're on the right track about camouflaging. Why do they have to camouflage?
To stay safe.
It is somewhat of a daunting time because of funding and because of possible funding cuts that may be coming. But we have to figure this out because 98,000 students are relying on us to do that. We have thousands of parents that are trusting that we will be able to figure it out in real time so that their child can have a quality experience and education in our schools. That way I can learn more about what you all want, and that way I can start seeing how I can make things better. That's a great question.
Mayor Greenberg is keeping the public informed with his weekly Mayor's Minute.
Hey Louisville, here's what's happened this week. We wrapped up the ISCO Championship at Hurstbourne Country Club. Congrats to William Mao on winning his first ever PGA Tour event right here in Louisville. It was an amazing event with many more years to come. I also joined our 22 new fire recruits in training this week. Applications for the Louisville Fire Department are up by nearly 300 compared to last year, a strong sign of commitment to keeping our city safer, stronger, and healthier. And did you know it's been a historic year for parks this year already, with more openings and ribbon cutting still to come? This year alone, we've had more openings than any 6-month stretch in our city's history, totaling around $15 million in park projects that have come to life. I'm so excited about the future of our great park system. We opened a brand new tennis court at the Southwest Government Center, part of a continued investment in the southwestern part of our city. Made possible by our new city budget, this momentum will continue. And this weekend, I'll be at the Brightside Volleyball Tournament at Seneca Park. Whether you're enjoying Seneca Park or one of our other amazing parks, I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy our parks, enjoy our libraries, enjoy everything our great city has to offer this summer.
You're never at a loss for something to do in Louisville. Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism has suggestions for what you might enjoy this month.
Hi, I'm Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism. Here's what's happening this week. Visit the heart of Old Louisville for the Mag Bar Music Fest from July 17th through 20th. Returning for its 4th year, the 4-day festival will feature Bungalow Betty, House Burner, and many more. Don't miss the Nulu Summerfest on July 19th, held across 3 blocks on East Market Street. This free neighborhood festival is from noon to 7 p.m. Catch surf-inspired tunes, a watermelon eating contest, a tie-dye station, limbo contest, putt-putt, pickleball, summer yard games, local food trucks, and more than 80 vendors, and of course, a tiki bar. The 3rd annual Louisville Street Food Festival is returning to 4th Street Live for 2 days, July 19th and 20th, and will be taking over an entire city block. Guests can sample a wide range of flavors and options from over 20 vendors, with all food items priced at $5 or less. Come for the food and stay for the fun, as there will be plenty of live entertainment, such as axe throwing, mechanical bull riding, a giant chocolate fountain, eating competitions, cooking demonstrations, and more. Back for its 15th year, the Flyover Film Festival is excited to celebrate creativity once again, with featured work ranging from documentaries to short films. After the showings conclude, be sure to stick around for the post-screening Q&As and the filmmaker panel. Find out more details about these events and others at gotolouisville.com. Just click on the calendar of events.
It's Burger Week in Louisville, so we went out on the street to hear people's favorite place to get a burger.
My favorite place to grab a burger in the city is probably Grind Burger in Nulu. They got ghost chili mayo they put on there. They have a couple different varieties of it. There's like a Southern, there's a B&B that's got sort of maple syrup or some sort of ale. There's something sweet on there. Tastes real good with fries. Get an amber ale, wash it down. Delicious.
And Muscles Burgers.
There are a lot of great places in Louisville, Kentucky to get a burger, but Muscle and Burger Bar, Ollie's Trolley, and Dizzy Whiz probably are going to top the list.
I've never been here before. Well, I've been to Louisville once, but I don't know where the best place is to get a burger. I love a good smash burger with cheddar cheese, bacon, pickles, some mayonnaise. Yeah.
Louisville Metro Animal Services has several dogs, cats, kittens, and puppies that are all looking for a good home. Thank you for watching Louisville This Week. Please share Metro TV with your family and friends and ask them to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X, and download our app on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Have a wonderful week.